Wow, it's a video that's not just a stream rip. Amazing. But what could be so important, so monumentous, that I just had to make a video about it? Well, I'll tell you. It's a movie. Maquia. Now, normally with reviews, you'd show some clips from what you're reviewing, talk about plot, and stuff like that. But none of that today. The reason for this is because I want this to be as spoiler-free as possible. Because this is a film that I want people to experience fully for themselves. Now, I first knew about this movie back when it was first released in Japan because of a promotion it did with a card game I play called Shadowverse. Back then, I didn't really have any interest in the film or knew anything about it. In fact, I had completely forgotten about it until I saw an ad for it 4 months later on Facebook and was like, oh cool, another anime film in cinemas. Then after I'd watched the film and saw side games in the credits and was like, oh yeah, honestly there's not gonna actually be much of this video. It's less of a review and more of just a PSA if you will. But here is why you should go see Maquia, When the Promised Flower Blooms. I'm going to cover 3 things: audio, visual, and my own personal enjoyment. But before any of those, most importantly, this film was Mario Karta's directorial debut, and boy, with shows like Anohana, Iron Blooded Orphans, and so many others in her screenwriting resume, I'm not surprised how this turned out. So first off, Maquia is animated by PA Works. Now when I first heard that, I was kinda surprised, as the last PA Works show I watched was Charlotte, back in 2015. And let me just say, as the first feature-length film, they did a spectacular job. This film is goddamn gorgeous. Everything from the backgrounds to the action scenes. I mean sure, it has a few interesting frames, but overall, the animation quality is just outstanding. Moving on to audio. The voice acting for the majority of the film is actually pretty standard, but that in itself is a charm for the film, and it still manages to raise itself above so many similar shows and films. But for me, where it shines is how much emotion, heart and soul goes into some of the more emotional scenes of the film. Meanwhile, the music for the film is composed by Kenji Kawai, who has a very extensive list of credentials, including one of my favorite shows, Higurashi, or, as it's known in English, When They Cry. The soundtrack for Maquia is pretty damn good. This is most notable during the action scenes, as it does a very good job of raising tension. But on the other side, that doesn't mean that the emotional tracks fall short at all. They do their job outstandingly as well. Now, lastly, and most importantly, did I enjoy the film? Yes. I found this to be a highly enjoyable film, one that I could go back and watch multiple times. In fact, I did. I saw it 3 times. And no lie, I cried each time. Now, I understand, this film won't be for everyone. It's a very heartfelt and emotional film, filled with so much soul and emotion for Mario Kart. And that's fine. But if you even have the slightest interest, or even a small nagging feeling that you just might enjoy this film, or hell, maybe you saw a post on Facebook or a single poster somewhere and thought, what is this? Then I can easily say, go watch Maquia, When the Promised Flower Blooms. Go experience this film. It is something you will not regret. And being able to see it on the big screen gives it an even more enjoyable feeling, and makes it so much more memorable. Now, at the time of this video, the American screenings for Maquia are actually on sale now, so I'll chuck a link to those in the description. But anyway, that's all for now. I hope you've all enjoyed. I might actually do more videos like this at some point. Might cover games and stuff, along with maybe more movies and shows. But aside from that, thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this.
Not bad. Release seal function. Initiate event paradox. Valkyrie fail! Astral finish! Did I win?
Linne!